John Calvin on Psalm 24 verse 3. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? Who may ascend the hill of the Lord? Who may stand in his holy place? It being very well known that it was of pure grace that God erected his sanctuary and chose for himself a dwelling place among the Jews, David makes only a tacit reference to this subject. He insists principally on distinguishing true Israelites from the false and bastards. He takes the argument by which he exhorts the Jews to lead a holy and righteous life from this, that God had separated them from the rest of the world to be his peculiar inheritance. The rest of mankind, it is true, seeing they were created by him, belong to his empire, but he who occupies a place in the church is more nearly related to him. All those, therefore, whom God receives into his flock he calls to holiness, and he lays them under obligations to follow it by his adoption. Moreover, by these words David indirectly rebukes hypocrites who scruple not falsely to take to themselves the holy name of God, as we know that they are usually lifted up with pride because of the titles which they take without having the excellencies which these titles imply, contenting themselves with bearing only outside distinctions. Yea, rather he purposely magnifies the singular grace of God, that every man may learn for himself that he has no right of entrance or access to the sanctuary unless he sanctify himself in order to serve God in purity. The ungodly and wicked, it is true, were in the habit of resorting to the tabernacle, and therefore God, by the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah 1 verse 12, reproaches them for coming unworthily into his courts and wearing the pavement thereof. But David here treats of those who may lawfully enter into God's sanctuary, the house of God being holy. If any rashly and without right rush into it, their corruption and abuse are nothing else but polluting it. As therefore they do not go up thither lawfully, David makes no account of their going up. Yea, rather, under these words there is included a severe rebuke of the conduct of the wicked and profane men in daring to go up into the sanctuary and to pollute it with their impurity.